Partner? Darn it. I'm just trying to do it like all rangers and marshals and cowboys in the stories do it. Nodding and squinting and staring right through you. You know, tough, hard. My name's Bill. I have a stupid question. I know it's stupid, but I gotta ask. I just gotta know. Have any of you seen my ma anywhere? I told you it was a stupid question. How would you know if you saw her? I don't even have a picture of her. I just... you forget I asked. It was about 6 years ago. She had a fight with Mother Nancy. Called her a bunch of things I'd never heard before. They wanted her to become one of those God President Reagan's wives. It's a big honor, but I guess she didn't want it. She said she'd leave before she married a machine. They told her, okay, go, but I couldn't go with her. She left anyway. You mean like the stories? Walking the West with a 6-shooter in my hand, saving my mom from engines and cattle barons and railroad men? You think I should do it? Sure I do. I mean, I've never been, but I know all the history. You know, how God President Reagan conquered the West before he was God President. All that. You don't know? Well, this was back in the bad old days, when the West was overrun by commies all trying to build iron curtains and stop freedom. The God President was still a man back then, before the Ascension, but oh boy, was he tough. He had a 6-shooter that fired 7 bullets, and a horse named Ashwater that killed Reds just by looking at them. Anyway, I know the West has gotten worse again since he tamed it back then, but I reckon I can handle it. You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess it would have been dumb, but it felt right. Like my heart was a locked door, and your words were the key. Yeah. Sorry, Ma. Yeah, see ya.
Welcome to the Western White House. God President Reagan is expecting you. Please come in. Thank you.
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your selfless service and want to thank you for it. You are true Americans and, well, good neighbors. Now then, help yourself to some jalebi and let's get down to business, shall we? As you know. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to... If it takes a blood, let's get it over with. Well, what do you say? Americans are not going to tolerate intimidation, terror, and outright acts of war against this nation and its people. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin. Government is like a baby, an alimentary canal with a big appetite at one end and, well, no responsibility at the other. Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
That's enough, Ronnie. You did very well. But it's bedtime for Bonzo now, okay?
Okay, Mommy. Well, I'm sleepy.
I know you are, darling. Night-night. I don't appreciate the way you've been conducting yourselves, Rangers. You're in the presence of divinity. Normally, I'd have thrown you out for such impertinence, but at the moment, we can't be choosy with our associates. I have work for you. Paid work. My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body. To accomplish this, we must acquire a... What was it, Valor?
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer module from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here, to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon, and we will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs. Agreed, but only after Valor helps us transfer God President Reagan into a new body.
That's right. They can't do this without me.
Yes, dear. Now keep working. Meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters you can come and go as you please. Make America proud, Rangers. People do rather get the wrong idea about us. I can't say I mind. Let us be underestimated and ridiculed. They think our Ronnie is dead and never coming back, and they are wrong. They accuse us of seeing communists in every shadow, and, well, they are right. But so are we. Make no mistake, dears. We are surrounded by the vestiges of the evil empire. They have turned our great nation into an irradiated graveyard, and they expect us to weep. But we are steel, sisters. We do not bend, nor do we rust. We endure. So let them laugh at us. We are the wives of the God President, and we will endure until he returns to us. Until then, his great work lies before us, unfinished. We will arm our sons and our daughters and teach them to hunt communists and snake-tongued socialists. From birth, we will turn our children's hearts to unyielding stone. With our blessing, they will bring peace back to the world, one bullet at a time. We do this in the Gipper's name. Amen.
Foolishness. I don't know who put that game on Ronnie's console, but it is an utter waste of time.
Hey, traveler. Why not visit Denver, the cultural center of free Colorado? Warning, dangers of Denver include hostile wildlife, scavenging thugs, Reagan-worshipping fascists, rusty nails, collapsing buildings, and background radiation. Denver, the jewel of the North.
Hold, heretics, before you step into our trap. You have fine ears. I hope one day to send them skyward so they may delight the gods of the sky. However, first we have a proposal for you. The mechanical giant known as Reagan kills our faithful, delaying the harvest. You have access to the Gipper's inner sanctum. It has 3 glowing hearts, known as terminals. In return, you may pass through our camps without fear. We will not harm you. We do not care to know the names of sacrifices. Everyone in the stronghold will go to the sky. Do we have a deal? Then you will die with the others.
that the infamous Desert Rangers have arrived in Denver. Stay tuned for more developments. Wait, is infamous the bad one? They always forget.
Enemies are bare!
You are going to die embarrassed.
Ronnie just confirmed the destruction of a godfisher camp. Thanks, Rangers.
What you'd do if the world ended?
You mean, like, some kind of apocalypse or something?
Yeah. Like, the world explodes, civilization collapses. What do you do?
I mean, obviously, you've gotta grab the planetary fragments that give you the best chance of survival.
Obviously. But which ones? Like, do you start with one that's got a bunker on it? Or go for one that's got a lot of water?
Nah, man. You gotta think big. Go for the fragments that still got, like, nukes and shit. Then you can conquer everyone else's fragments and take their stuff.
Whoa, that's pretty hardcore.
Post-apocalypse ain't for the weak, man.
I shall quarter you!
That's the way.
apocalypse was? The music.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What a waste.
Like jazz, for example. It was amazing, and now it's dead forever.
Oh, yeah, totally passé. I'm into Wasterpunk. It's played with a theremin. You probably never heard of it.
What? No, I mean, forget it, fucking hipster.
Retaliated!
more fan mail from Mother Nancy Reliance of the Gippers. It says, well, it's, violent and needlessly mean. But you know what, listeners? Beautiful handwriting. And now, some music.
Cleared. Nice work, Rangers.
Fell? Like, what it took to survive back then? It's a different kind of place for sure. For one thing, it was blazing hot. If you didn't wear special suits, you'd get sun poisoning and die. The sun wasn't even the worst part. It was the water. If you drank too much pure water, you'd dissolve. That's why you had to cut it with a little uranium dust first. Everybody knows that. Yeah, well, times were harder then. Ain't that the truth?
Run!
Huh. You ain't dead yet, so that's something. Same price as before, Rangers. Hold still. See for yourself.
Welcome back, Rangers. What do you need? Blood, sweat, and tears, friend. Blood, sweat, and tears. Scavenged and smelted the plating myself, hand ground the laser lenses, and spent a year wrapping the wiring. Also hunted and killed 30 or so scar collectors because I had some parts I needed. Steel, servos, and such. More than a few of the statue's bits and bobs have blood on them. A fitting tribute to America's fighting president, right? Course it is. I made it. And it's imbued with Ronnie's spirit. It's an all-American, ass-kicking war machine! Yeehaw! Ronnie called me to it during one of his spells, way back when I was a girl. She has hands of iron for forging steel, he said. When a god tells you your trade, you'd best listen. Well now, kinda you to say so. What did you like best about it? Wasn't easy. Months of coding the connection to Ronnie. About 100 miles of cable. And the testing was a nightmare. Worth it in the end, though, if I do say so myself. Nope, that reminds me. I got some leftovers from that job taking up valuable space. It's yours if you want it. Make sure you put that to good use, Rangers. Sure, have a look.
Huh. You ain't dead yet. So that's something. Same price as before, Rangers. Hold still. Take care.
Just gotta pray hard.
Boss, praise the giver, we struck oil! What? When? Just now. Remember the test wells we were drilling out in Zone 5? The last one came up a gusher. The foreman thinks there could be enough for 100 and... Great. Now, shut it down. Wait, what? Mother Nancy Reliance has spoken. We're cutting off the oil supply to the godless commies in Colorado Springs, so we're suspending operations immediately. But the oil! The oil's been there for 1,000,000 years. It ain't going anywhere. Cap the well, and I'll forget about your brief crisis of faith in our sacred leadership. Understood?
Partners? Whoa! Careful, partners! After we shut down the East Freedom oil fields, some godfishers set up shop there. The Nancys are gonna clear them out after Mother Reliance finishes her big project. Smart cookie, that Nancy. Keep your skin on. I'll be heading back then. Can't believe I just talked to a real desert ranger.
These holy offerings make it to rain gently upon us, but batter our enemies with hail.
Of warm flesh, blow away our foes with thy mighty wings.
Gods of the sky, we fly these morsels to you in hope of your forbearance. Gods of the endless sky, accept these holy offerings. Blow away our foes with thy mighty winds.
Gorge yourself upon the entrails of the slain, O gods! Make it to rain gently upon us, but batter our enemies with hail.
God
Gods of the clouds and winds, accept our unworthy gifts of war and vengeance. Strike down those who stand against us with thy bright lightning. Gods of the sky, we fly these morsels to you in hope of your forbearance. Blow away our foes with thy mighty winds. Oh gods, accept this harvest in the spirit it is given. Make it to rain gently upon us, but batter our enemies with hail.
I will swim through the sky.
That's the last of the Godfisher encampments. But Ronnie says there's still a roving warband nearby, somewhere. Be careful, Rangers.
We're getting reports that, oh wow, huge mass of godfishers appears to be approaching Denver. Let's hope the Gippers have their defenses ready. If anyone's in the area, lend him a hand.
Gotta pray harder. Pray harder.